So first off, thanks for having us. We're excited to be here. Not only the three representatives from our team up here, but the other girls that have joined us as well. Thanks to Mike and Fieldhouse for having us. This is my first year coaching at Northgate, and it's been a really exciting and fun opportunity for me. I knew it was something I always wanted to do, coach high school. I played at Northgate, so it has extra special meaning to me. But this has been a really fun experience. We have a wide range from freshman through senior on this team in terms of the kids that make up our team. So seeing the dynamic of that all come together has been really special for me. And one of the things I tried to really reinforce from day one is that we needed to be a team. We had girls that are coming from middle school into high school, and we have girls that have been in the program for a number of years. And I cannot say enough good things about our older players in terms of how they've accepted those freshmen, and I think that's been one of the keys to our success so far. We're currently 14-8. We, I think, by most people's expectations, have exceeded those. We ourselves, I think, still have some dreams and aspirations in terms of where we want to get and what we want to do to finish the year off. But I'm very pleased with where we're at. We've had some really great moments, and we've had some moments where we wish we could have had some games back and some different opportunities. But the girls have come to practice. And I'll give an example. The other night, we took a bad loss to Camp Lindo. Not that it was a bad loss losing to Camp Lindo, but we did not play our best game. And was a little unsure what to expect in practice the next day. And these girls were resilient. They came in. They worked hard. They're competitive. They talk. They did the things that we were asking for. So I'm very optimistic going into this next week of league play. Las Lomas gave us a very good game the first time we played them, and another first-year coach, so it was fun for both of us to be out there together. But I expect our team to play great this week. The first game we really had to fight and dig and believe and come back, and ultimately we got things going positively and ended up on the right side of the stat sheet there. But we expect it to be another great game. They're going to want it as much as we are. We're going to have to come out and play harder, tougher, stronger, and more together. But I fully believe that we'll do that and expect another great game.
Ladies, to have a coach who has played and played at your school and understands sort of the meaning of this game, the magnitude, what does that mean? And also, Tegan, what have you learned from, about the rivalry game and how much it means from the seniors? So I guess the seniors can start, and then just sort of about the last game as well. Eden, do you want to talk about how that game came together and fighting back and facing them again?
Sure. So our last game against Las Lomas, it's always been like a really big thing at Northgate especially. We're always like, oh yeah, we have to go, like it's Las Lomas, like it's the biggest game of the year, like everybody has to be there. And we had a really great turnout for the game, and it was really intense, and we were like, oh my gosh, like this is like gonna be one of our biggest turnouts all season, so we have to play. And coming into the half, we were down by 11. We were like, okay, we can't let this shake us. So we go back into the team room. We're like, okay, we have this game. It's like right here. They're going to get tired. We're going to be able to like fight back. And that's really what we did. And I think the main thing that we had to do was like keep our heads on. A lot of times teams, when they're down like that and they want to come back, they like start to like get all nervous and frantic with trying to like score, and we just had to make sure we kept reserved and just kept pushing little by little before we could come back and eventually win the game.
That start on the defensive end, they just left this room talking about the defensive pressure that you were able to apply that sort of rattled them. Did you sense that it started on the defensive end to get that comeback?
Absolutely. Every single day in practice, we work on defensive drills. Before games, we work on a defensive slide drill, which we learned from CBU Baptist University down in LA. He taught us this drill, and it's been something that we work on every day. It's something we practice. It's great, and we really learned how to like put it together, and that was something that really helped us win the game.
I just want to touch base. Like Coach always says, we have to like chip away at things before we can move on to the greater things. So definitely they we were ahead by 11. They thought they had it with us, and we were just like, no way, we're not going to let you take this Battle of the Creek victory away from us. So we just, defensive end, that's where it started. We, like Eden said, we do those defensive drills, we get loud, we make the teams scared of us, like just work together with warm-ups, and that's what's really makes us win basketball games, I think, having a good warm-up. But yeah, they were definitely breaking down offensively when our defense started to improve.
Tegan, what did you learn from that first game in terms of what this game means to everybody in both schools?
I mean, I learned that it's obviously like one of our biggest games of the year because it's really important to all of us, and like everyone takes it really seriously, and it's just a fun time to play.
Eden just mentioned a defensive scheme that came from was that a trip to LA or a coach who came up to visit practice? I'd like to hear more, Jim, about this. That's
Sure.
fascinating to me.
Yeah.
Came in,
So it happens to be my brother.
okay.
Yeah. So my brother's name is Rick Croy. He's the head coach at Cal Baptist University in Riverside. This is our first year of Division I, but he's my younger brother, but he's one of my idols, mentors. He's an amazing coach, an amazing person. And we were lucky and fortunate enough during the holiday break. He was up here for 2 days and came to practice and got to actually see the girls playing a game, and got to share some messages with them and give them some insights in terms of things that he would give to his team. And one of them was just a term called WAGE, which stands for we're all going to eat. And really what that means is it doesn't happen with one person. It doesn't happen with one person enjoying success. We're going to have to have success together, and you have to enjoy other people's success, right? We're a team. We have to collectively buy into everything. But in that visit with us, he put them through. We were trying to find ways. We had a tendency to start games off very slowly. So we were trying to find some ways just to get our pregame going a little bit, and he gave us a good drill in terms of a closeout drill, defensive slide, and even the interlocking of hands with the girls just to try to tie them together. And we found even with the first game that we did it, looking at the other team warming up against us, they tend to look at the other end of the court, and I think they see the unity and the togetherness, and I think it makes a big difference. So it's something that we've implemented and used going forward.
That's only been a matter of 3 weeks, would you say?
It was like, December 20th, maybe, something like that.
About
Yeah.
a month. Jordan, what have you observed during that month in terms of even locking hands? Have you continued to do that since then?
I mean, we do it every single pregame when our warm-ups. We do it every single time. But we always have the same pretty much routine. Some people may say like, oh, it gets like repetitive, like you're just practicing but it actually brings us together a lot more. I think holding hands and like interlocking, it really like connects us together. We're applauding the people in front of us. It just like hypes us up. It makes like coach at the other team look at us like, oh my God, like we're playing this team. It's definitely different from the warm-ups that I've had in the past, but I think it's definitely one of the better ones.
Yeah, it certainly sounds as if I would look down there and say, this team is together, they have it together, they're going to be tough tonight. Is that, what did that time with Coach Croy's brother do for this group?
I think it did a lot for us. Before the season, like during the season before we met with Coach Croy, we were always like a really close-knit team. We've been really inclusive of everyone, just being a new team, fresh coach. We're like, okay, we're going to go out there and we're just going to play basketball. And after we got this drill, we were like, oh my God, like this is so cool. Like we're all going to hold hands. We're all going to just do this drill. And at first we were like, well, this is kind of weird. But like after we did it a few times, everybody was like super into it. And it made practice like 10 times better because we were all like, oh, okay, this is kind of nice.
Jordan, do you want to share how this team has come together, some things that this group does off the court that leads to success on it, and maybe something about you that people don't necessarily know?
Yeah, absolutely. So I met most of these girls over the summer during summer league basketball. And unfortunately, I had a conflict where I was like working a job most times, so I couldn't really make it to like a lot of the games and practices. Like our games were Thursdays. I had field trips Thursdays. Like I wasn't able to be there a lot of the time, so I wasn't able to connect with the girls immediately. But when school started and open gym started, I was there 24/7 with all the girls. We were, like, I can tell we were already like clicking together as a team, JV girls and varsity girls, us together. And then the teams formed, and I just kind of felt an immediate bond with like between all of us and everything. And then we got the opportunity to go to the Steph Curry opening of his Curry 6 shoes, and that probably is one of the major things that brought this team together. I mean, we were front row, standing right there. We were jamming out to E40, like we were literally living it, and it was awesome. Like I've never seen like Tegan the freshman like get so happy. It was awesome. Like we took a bus. It was an amazing time, an amazing opportunity. We wear the Curry 6s on the games. Like this is definitely one of the teams that has clicked the fastest, because when I was on my first year of varsity, it took so long for us to like get to know each other. Like it took us maybe until like the second to last game of league into where we were like actually a team. But I'm definitely thankful for this team and us just clicking so fast. It's been an amazing year.
Did you go on this bus ride to the Curry show?
Yes, yeah.
Was that,
It was a really neat event,
that
and
was just a week and a half?
a couple weeks ago.
Yeah.
Yeah. And we were lucky to be a part of it. Under Armour is a sponsor of the school and our program. So we were lucky to be invited, and they took great care of us. There was a bus that had the Northgate logo on it, Steph Curry's logo. And it was a great night that I think they'll always remember, and something that most people will never have an opportunity to do. So I was thrilled for them that they got to do something like that.
Kind of going back to something Jim said, that when his brother came, this group has been working to start games better. Have you noticed since then, and since that last game, Battle of the Creek game, have you been starting games more the way you want to get off to, not fall behind by 11 or not have to catch up? I mean, that's been a focus. Am I right?
No.
That's been a
Yeah, I'll
focus.
say yes and no, and then I'll
Yeah.
let them fill in.
Okay.
It's since Las Lomas, we've definitely like improved a lot, like physically and mentally, with like our skill development things along that lines. But I mean, we've had a couple games where we haven't gone off like great start and everything, but like we've chipped away at it and we've come back. But we've had good games that we started out really greatly, and some games where we're still like kind of struggling in the beginning. But I mean, we're trying. We're definitely trying. I mean, Las Lomas is our rival, and I'm pretty sure we're all gonna be happy and amped up to play them. So I think our first quarter is gonna be really great.
We've definitely had some tough times. We've had some great times. The beginning of our game is progressively getting better. Every day we come into practice, we work on it, we chip. Coming into games, the beginning of our game, we're like, okay, we have to go. At the beginning of our game, we have a little ritual. We get our rituals going. Definitely something we do every single game. And the beginning of our games have been like progressively getting better. Yeah.
I just heard Jordan say that this is more of this team has come together faster than the previous team she's been on. What has your experience been as a freshman with the bond that this group has, and doing fun activities, and even if you're freezing cold?
I think it's been amazing because
I ask you to try to speak up a little bit. Thanks.
I think it was amazing, like with the community that we've built here, because I wasn't expecting like me to be this close to like our seniors, and like I think like all the stuff that we do outside of practices has really brought us closer together, and I'm just like surprised of like how close we are.
Do you want to share any examples that have meant the most to you as somebody new to the program?
I don't know. There's anything specific. It's just like all the things like that they do, like to invite like include us freshmen, so that we're not so that we don't feel left out, and that we're all together.
Except when it comes to cleaning up the gym at the end of the day.
Yeah.
Those are freshman duties.
What kinds of
Putting the baskets
spray
up,
basketballs? Okay.
picking up the basketballs, putting the water away, closing the door. There's only freshmen at that point. Yeah, and they have to earn it.
So as a team, we've been together since pretty much last summer. We've been grinding day in and day out. We have a whole group chat with like both teams in it. We text in there because I think it's really important that us as a whole program are really close, not just we're varsity and JV, we're Northgate women's basketball all together. We have a lot of team parties. A lot of them, one of the ones that I remember is like going to Jade's house and
Is that a fine?
I bet.
Is that a fine?
That's a fine Jade. That's a fine Jade.
Oh, this is
That's Jade right there. It was on call, Jade.
group text from the JV.
and we always go to her house. She has an arcade in her garage, so we always like go and we like take a whole bunch of pictures and we play all the games. And she has like Donkey Kong and Asteroids and Pac-Man, and it's just a great time.